Tonight's early card here in Paris continues now as we move to the middleweight division. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, introducing the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in 185.9 pounds. His professional record, 15 wins, 4 losses, fighting out of London, England, Mike Shipman. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 6 foot, weighing in 184.3 pounds as a professional. He's undefeated at 7-0. He fights out of Hastings, England, Stephen "Hillbilly" Hammer Hill. The referee in charge, Mike Beltran.
Mike Beltran will oversee the action. Shipman is in the white trunks. Hill is in the black.
All right, gentlemen. First round. I'm ready to fight.
And we are underway at 185 pounds. Bellator Champion Series.
You bring up Shipman's involvement with the London Shoot Fighters. I did not know that. That is a legendary gym, and you're right. There's a lot coming out of there that you need to be prepared for. You will be a seasoned fighter if you spend time in that gym, and he's been there over 3.5 years.
It's one of the oldest and most well-known gyms in the UK, and they've had so many good fighters come out of there, from MVP to Lee Murray. I mean, you are spoiled for choice on that mat.
Accidental groin strike early in this one here. You know, one of the things when you study this matchup that really struck me is the similarity between these two individuals. Both well-rounded, as I mentioned a couple times already. Both of them transitioned from promising rugby careers to become mixed martial artists. I've long thought that the attitudes required for high success in both of those sports, it makes sense. We'll reset the position here after the accidental blow.
Hey, you've got to be a tough, high pain tolerance individual that can level change fast and tackle an individual moving at speed. It's a very, very tough sport. This is different though, because this is not a team sport. All of the pressure is on one individual. And that was a nice knee from Mike Shipman on the break.
I was a little concerned with Hill's defense on that, or lack thereof. I don't know that Hill's going to want to find himself back in that tie plum. All right, Hill with a single. I believe you cannot have a single in MMA. I do not believe that Hill has his leg right now. I believe Shipman has Hill's hands. Now, that's a philosophy, and it only works if Shipman begins to strike. But I just don't think you can have a single in MMA, and that's why.
Yes, very good, very good.
Shipman able to get both feet back on the mat here. Hill with the pressure on the over-under, but Shipman turns him around with that underhook. Chill. Stephen Hill is 7-0 as a pro, but Mike Shipman has 19 professional fights with a high win percentage. How much does experience play a factor in this matchup?
Listen, sometimes there's a real fine point. There's a real tipping point there where you leave a part of yourself in the cage. Part of your career, you're still growing, you're getting better, you're learning things, and part of yourself, you start to regress. I don't suggest that Shipman's at that point, but that is a high number of fights.
Switches feet and rushes in, but you saw Hill duck under the attack there.
You can see that light movement from Shipman, bouncing on his toes. Hands down in a karate style. Very quick off the mark, but he can't charge forward too quickly and give Stephen Hill those easy takedowns. He has to be cautious when he engages.
Good head movement here from Stephen Hill. He's not throwing back, but he's making sure that Shipman just can't find a stationary target. There's the right hand, finds its way through.
Caught Shipman with his hands down there. Clipped him on the chin, just wasn't able to connect solid enough. Nice level change. Beautiful takedown defense, look at that.
Nice work by Shipman. gathered both of those legs up against the cage and now works on top of Stephen Hill.
And look at the hand of Shipman that was on the ankle, just slowing Stephen Hill down for a moment while he establishes that control. Lifts his ankle up. Really clever work here from Shipman, but good work by Hill. Oh.
Landed the knee as he was standing. Beltran felt one knee was still down, which means a grounded opponent and an illegal strike.
We're going to see that on a replay, but by Shipman's reaction, I believe that he is admitting that that knee landed about 1/10 of a second too early. There's nobody that's more of a stickler for the rules than Dan Hardy, so we will be finding out in just a moment. Dan, what do you think?
It's so on the border.
What do you think? Oh,
I think the knee was initiated when his knee was down. The fact that it landed as the knee came off the canvas, I don't think he's going to make that a legal knee.
Big John McCarthy, you have adjudicated many of these situations. What was that, illegal or legal?
Well, when you're taking a look, he's exactly right. And what Chet was saying is that knee was thrown while the knee was on the ground, but it landed as he's starting to get up. And we're going to say, look, at that point, it's still illegal. You've got to be able to make sure that your opponent in a standing position or off of the ground. He wasn't. That's why the point was taken.
Mike Beltran did take a point from Mike Shipman. And we're back in action here. No objection from Shipman. He knew as he grabs these knees in the clinch.
Guys, I will tell you, in Hill's defense, that's the second time he's been fouled. First one was on accident, talking about the low blow, but then the knee, he really hasn't complained. Referee stepped in, did what he did, but the Hillbilly Hammer's willing to push through it. I'm giving him a little credit for that.
I thought that he fouled on the first one because Beltran reset the position in favor of Shipman.
You know, there you go, bringing up old stuff. Like I don't know why you continue to do that.
I'm sorry, you're right.
It's not like we can ever prove it. It's not like this is on videotape. We'll never know. It's one of those things.
We don't have replays, you're right. Silly of me to suggest.
Hey, Hill is working hard, Dan. We talked about this moments ago. We talked about Hill's lack of defense to those.
Oh, he's rocked here. He's covering, but he's rocked.
It's as though Muay Thai is brand new to him, which surprises me because I've seen Hill do Muay Thai before.
Look, I think he's just so comfortable being in a shot position that he's opted to put his head in bad positions. And you've got to think Mike Shipman is a big, powerful middleweight fighter.
Look at that.
Oh, I think Stephen Hill's done here.
Hammering away. Beltran looking closely. The right hand for Shipman going to work. Final 10 seconds. Will Hill survive to see round 2?
I think he will, but he's going to have to really regroup in between rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, upon the completion of round number 1, the red corner unable to continue the fight, therefore a TKO victory for the blue corner, Mike Shipman.